Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday again, so you get a video from your precious Marissa Fortes. But first, a shout out to everyone who actually texted me or asked me where my video was. Oh, that's so precious that you were actually looking out for. So thank you that you're looking for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But so this week's topic that I was going over in my head was, as I'm building my empire, of course, the thing that's huge is relationships. Okay, who's the right relationships to do certain things? Not everybody can do everything, but everybody can have a piece of something in helping you get to where you need to go. So I always think about this. I always think about how I can connect with more people. I always think about strategically what kind of people, or where do I go to find a certain type of people? Where do I find positive people, or whatever, how I talk about in my first video. But so as I'm going this week, I was thinking about that, but my sister actually, she came to visit me this weekend, and she actually just left this morning. I was up at the crack of dawn, taking her to the airport. But so this week she actually had a hair show. She's a cosmetologist coming from Jersey. And there's a hair show downtown Atlanta, and she was there, and she was networking, and she's my baby sister, so I was giving her like the pep talk of just make sure you get here and you collect business cards, you talk to them about this, you find people who are doing things, you connect with everyone that you can. And that's exactly what I did when I first came here. As I said in the first video, I was connecting with everyone. I wanted to go to different networking events, see different shows, or see whatever, and connect with everybody that I could. And that's exactly what I did. So even now, I'm thinking about when you get there, what? And the big thing is be genuine. The thing about being genuine is, for yourself, it will connect you with exactly who you need to be with. If you're trying to be someone else, you're trying to be fancy, or you're trying to show off, or anything like this, or just not be you, you will never end up around the right people. You will always end up around people who think that you're somebody else, and you don't want that. You want people to mesh with you and be right with you. So as I was further thinking into this, I was thinking to myself, a lot of times we don't let people be themselves, whether it be dating relationships, business, as I'm talking about, friendships. We don't let people be themselves, even in church, which is funny. Well, I go to church. I am Christian. And I say this because we want to disagree. It doesn't matter, even if it's positive or negative. We want to not, whatever the person says they are, we want to say, no, that's not you. I say this as far as business-wise, okay? People will come, and sometimes you know that this is not something that you should do, not something that you should deal with, but people will think, oh, no, they're not trying to do this. This could be a good thing. Let me just get involved with this. Or, oh, no, this person is not this way. Some people are more assertive. Some people are more, I don't know the opposite. What is the antonym of assertive? I'm going to say kind-hearted or whatever. But some people are certain ways, and people try to put them in certain categories in their life or certain positions that they don't fit in. So even if someone would come and they'll say, oh, I'm not so good at this, or oh, I'm not so good at this, or whatever, and people will tell them, oh no, this is all about learning, this is all about what you could do and everything. Or even, like I said, in church, if someone comes and they're saying, oh yeah, my life isn't together, and I do this, this, and that, you'll be the first to say, life is about mistakes. Life is about learning and relearning. But sometimes you have to really tell a person, okay, you do make mistakes, now fix them. Or sometimes you have to tell a person, you are not good at this. This is not where I can place you. You have to go somewhere else. Not away from you, but you have to do something else. This is not where you're gifted at. Go somewhere else. That you don't fit in this position, go to a different position. Or even dating wise, people will tell you, I'm not here for a relationship. Then people will try to suck you in and think that they are ready for a relationship. So I say this to say, why don't we allow people to be who they are? Why don't we genuinely let people tell us who they are and believe them? Believe them. It doesn't matter what you think you see for their lives, what potential they may have or whatever. And sometimes, I'm not even going to lie, sometimes people truly do have potential, and sometimes they need a little pep talk and they're talking themselves out. Like some people, and sometimes I even do this, where I don't believe in myself right now. I don't. And I do talk to people, and they know me, so they can tell me. Those are the people. But if you don't know someone, and they're telling you about themselves, believe them. I don't understand why we don't. And the funny thing is, I had a quote from Bruce Lee that came to my head as I was doing this video, and I had to find it. But he says, if I tell you I'm good, you probably say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm not good, you'll know I'm lying. So it's a little bit different, but it's actually exactly what I'm talking about. You, or we as a whole, we want people to say what we want to hear. We are looking for a certain thing that we want to hear about this person when we look at them, and we want them to tell us everything we want to hear. And why is that? Why don't we want the truth? I don't know. I don't understand. So that's this week's question. Why don't we allow people to be who they are? And why do we hold certain standards for people when they're not at that standard? They're not at that level. Sometimes they're above that standard, and sometimes we bring them down. Why do we do this as a whole? As a whole, we do this, and it's ridiculous sometimes. I guess it's a growing process, whatever. But we need to truly start believing people when they tell us who we are, so that we can properly categorize them in our lives. And it will make it simpler for us, because now we know what place to recruit you in. And like I said, from dating to business to friendships to whatever other types of relationships, I don't even know. But it will help you to recruit them for where they deserve to go in your life. But also, while you're being genuine, it will help other people see this is who you are. Some people, it may take a little time because, like I said, we don't like to believe people. But you can truly, by being genuine and by encouraging other people to be genuine, it will make life easier. So, my question is, why don't we allow people to be who they are? Why don't we believe them? What are your thoughts? So, I'm Marissa Fortes again. I know you love my blazer and my hair. My sister, Jasmine Letson. Shout out to her for doing my hair. Even though I've been up all day, so whatever. But what are your thoughts? And follow me on Instagram also, Mari, M-A-R-I _ Cubana.